In this video, we are going to go over how to display the contact status when you perform a contact analysis with MSC Nastran. Now, I have three things to show you in this video. Number one, how to show and display the contact status. Number two, what triggers the output of the contact status. And number three, when is the contact status absent? When is it not present? So I'm going to show you the contact status in two ways. The first way is going to be in the web app. So today we're using the pre-web app. The pre-web app is available at theengineeringlab.com. If you come to the site, at the top right hand corner is a blue button. Click the button, fill out the form, and you will get a free version of the web app to use. Now, what you do to display the contact status is as follows. You, here in the top right hand corner, you look for, well, first you would click on post if you haven't already. And then here in the top right hand corner under select data set, you would select contact flexible, and you would select one of the first checkboxes that's available. And then here in the bottom right, click on display shape plot to turn off the deform shape. And then here under field, select the contact status field. So this is the contact status that was requested. So you can see one thing, blue, if you look at the spectrum, blue means it has a value of 0 and red has a value of 1. So blue is the touching body, and then red is the being touched body. It's the body that's being touched rather. And then here, same thing. Let me turn off one of the bodies here. So here is the blue contact status. So this body here, this is what's doing the contacting. And then if we display the other body, you'll notice that the contact status is red. So this is the body that's being touched. So that's how you display the contact status in the web app. Now, how do you do this in Patran? So let me show you how to do this from scratch. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and open a new Patran session. If everything went correctly, the contact status will be available by default. So let me do this. Let me rerun this contact analysis. And then we'll go ahead and import the H5 file. Now, this video was made in the year 2025. I know some other videos might be from 2015, 2011, 2017. In the year 2025, I think most modern workflows are using the HDF5 file format. So what I'm going to do once the analysis is done, I'm going to go to analysis and click on HDF5. And then I'm going to select the H5 file and click apply. And then I'm going to results. And here what I want to look at are two result cases. One of them is the static subcase, and the other one is going to be the A1 : status subcase. So there are a few differences between both of these. Here under results, let's click on fringe. Click on this first row, SC0, A1 : static subcase. You notice that here on the fringe result, one of the options is a contact status option. So if you click that and click apply, and here there's kind of a conflict happening. Right now, the faces of each element are being colored yellow. And then at the same time, the program is coloring the faces rainbow patterns, if you will. So then your graphics device is having to decide, okay, do I show you the yellow color of the face, or do I show you the rainbow color of the face? So to fix this, instead of showing the smooth shaded option, you would click the wireframe option, and then you would display the results. And then there's no longer that conflict of, do I show you the yellow face or do I show you the rainbow colors? Okay, now here we see the same results. So blue, value of 0, 1, value of red, or sorry, let me repeat that. Blue is 0 and red is 1. So if you notice from the contact bodies, and let's look at the body pairs. So here we have some diagrams of the contact body. So everything in purple is the contact body. The green arrow represents the body touching the other body. So you can see that this will have a contact status of 0. The arrow goes in this direction, so this contact body will have a contact status of 1. So if we click apply, that's what you see, 0 and 1. One body is touching the other body. Okay, so that's how you display the contact status. Now, when is the contact status present? So I went through the quick reference guide, and it seems that the contact status is output by default as long as you have a B contact command. So if we go to the case control section, let's go here and display the selected. You'll notice that in this row here on the right, I have B contact equals 0. And then under subcase 1, I have B contact 1. Now, look at what happens when I turn both of those off. So I effectively turned off contact. And let me rerun the Nastran analysis. So when you remove B contact, here, let's go ahead and look at the deformations. Let's turn that off for now. If you look at the results here on the top right, the contact flexible data set is now absent. So when you've turned off contact, you no longer get a contact status output. Now let's go ahead and turn the B contact command back on. So let's go ahead and look for B contact. So we'll turn this on here and here. And then we'll go to configure and we'll say use contact BC table 0 and BC table 1. And then we will go ahead and rerun this. This might take a little longer just because it's now doing the contact analysis. So let me go ahead and wait a few moments for this to finish. Okay, so once that contact analysis is complete, here on the top right under select dataset, you'll notice that now contact flexible is present. So now I can go ahead and display the contact status. Okay, now when is the contact status not present? So I just went through this. If B contact is absent, you will not get a contact status. The other scenario where you will not get a contact status is when there is an error. So here, let me show you an example of this. So suppose that I forgot to supply a Young's modulus here. Yes, let's go ahead and continue this. Let me make sure one option is configured okay. So let's try and rerun this. So right now, I have no Young's modulus for one of the materials, so I should get an error in a moment. So if I look here, if I look at the bottom, I do get an error. No material properties exist. So let's go ahead and try and attach some results. Oh yeah, in this case, I'm not going to get any results. So let me see if I can do this in another way. I know some of you are new to MSC Nastran, so I'm just trying to show the most possible scenarios that might happen to you. So let me insert a dummy error and see if that happens. Let's see if I get an error here. Okay, so here, let's go ahead and look here. Okay, so here I finally got an error. Now, if I go back here and I try and attach the results, here, I guess I did get the contact status still. So you can go ahead and click contact status. You notice you still get some values here. Just know that sometimes if there's an error, and you come here, the result cases on the right will be empty if there was an error. The results will be absent if there was an error. So here for the second point, again, if there's an error, these results will be empty. So you should come here, look for user fatal message, and address any errors that might be present in the F06 file. Now, I'm sure there is a way to disable the output. I in the few minutes that I spent looking through the MSC Nastran quick reference guide, I could not find a way to turn off the contact status manually. I consider the following: B output, and then I think the other one is called NL output. I forget what it's called exactly, but I looked at the other ways to output contact results, but I could not find a way to force the output of the contact status. I don't know if there's a way to turn it on or off. The only way I know how to turn it on and off is by adding B contact in the case control section. Okay then, so there you have it. That's how you show the contact status. That is how you turn on the contact status, and then that's how you turn off the contact status, if you will. Now, there's one last thing. There is, let me see if I can find it. If you want to confirm the contact status without running the full analysis, you can try the, it wasn't this one, it was not the B output, it was the bcon check command. So here you can use this command to do a few things. A contact analysis might take 1 or 2 hours, but maybe your goal is only to confirm the contact status looks okay. You can use this command, bcon check equals stop. So stop is going to do only run contact check and exit job before normal analysis. So let's try and use that, bcon check stop. So what I can do here, I can go to the pre-web app and look for bcon check. Let's go ahead and turn on that for above subcase. And here we'll go ahead and say stop. So what this is telling Nastran is just do the contact status check and stop the statics analysis. So instead of running this for 1 or 2 hours, you just run it for a quick minute, and then you'll have access to the contact status. Let's go ahead and look at that right now. So here you'll notice that the only data set available is contact flexible, and you select that, select the first checkbox, set this to contact status. And now instead of running this for 2 hours, you only run it for 1 minute. You look at your contact status, you confirm that looks okay, and then once everything is okay, you can go back there. You can either do the following. You can say run to run the full contact analysis, or you can just remove the command altogether. And maybe we'll do that here. Let me actually make sure bcon check is not present, right? So it's not present on the right. Let's go ahead and rerun this. So now that I've removed bcon check, it should perform the full statics analysis right now. So we'll go ahead and wait a few moments for this to happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and look here. So now you can see that now that we're running the full contact analysis, we still get the contact status data set here, contact flexible, but we also get the results of the statics analysis. We get stresses and displacements. So yeah, that's how you show the contact status. Those were a few comments on how do you output the contact status and how do you suppress the contact status, if you will.